Hello and welcome to the new.
I'm not good.
I thought you were gonna keep recording.
Yeah, but I'll keep it in a separate one, you know. There I go.
Hello and welcome to the newest episode of the Jocarl and the Conman and Rodman and Johnman and all those guys, and the show is here. Here we are, here for the podcast. Let's go. Week 9 is in the books. As always, we're gonna break it down. I'm joined by John and Rob, as you guessed by the title of the show.
I don't know if they would have.
They stopped listening already.
John and Rob, welcome to your now weekly hosted show. You've just replaced Connor. We've gone to a 3-man setup, essentially for the most part. Even when we had Connor here.
Even
it was
before he
3-man.
abandoned us,
Yeah, it was 3-man. Even at that stage, he just sat here quietly.
He's actually been here way more times than he has actually appeared on the show. Me and John just haven't let him into the house.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good to know.
Keeping him at bay.
So we're back and we're going to break down week 9. Exciting times in the Dris Bowl, you guys. So many close league positions.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone's,
It's lit right now.
Barshana, who, I mean, we'll get
Is
into that.
obviously essentially out.
Barshana, everyone has a chance of making the playoffs and also not making the playoffs.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like earlier on, Martin was like, "Oh, can't wait to see how Michael blows it in the playoffs." Maybe I don't even get there.
Yeah.
I can blow before that, you know.
I'll blow it next week. Yeah.
I can be pretty Huberic when I want to, and I'll Huber the shit up real big.
You bring it up.
Real big.
So we're gonna have some hubris and stuff going forward, and I'll probably lose to Richie next week. Here we go. All right. So in terms of news, breaking news. 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 I didn't have any, but we just.
I mean, Josh Gordon to the Seahawks. But I mean,
best pick of the draft.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
Peek behind the curtain. This is recording during Monday Night Football.
So we're half-time on Monday at the minute.
There was a cat on the field.
There
A
was
black cat
a cat on the
across
field.
the path.
Yeah. Cat on the field was breaking news.
Mary Cooper has just limped off.
That's not good for Dell.
No, but I mean,
Nor
and
myself.
Zeke slightly limps to the side.
Oh, well, that's equally as bad.
This cat's really doing a number on Dell.
Rob, while I see there, Brandon Cooks, without a timetable for return. Now you, and we're going to play the clip here. We're definitely not going to
You
play that
said
clip.
not getting that clip.
No, but you claimed that he would be a top 10 wide receiver
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
He's
Obviously, the
gonna be
season's not over.
The best concussed wide receiver. He's going to be on the top 10 concussed wide receivers
Okay,
of the year.
because that's still a pretty...
Yeah, I mean that includes most of them.
Yeah.
They're all concussed.
Is that not what the list is? Who's the best at catching the ball out of this list of concussed giants?
Men.
We got a bunch of athletic freaks. Concuss them and let them run around this field.
Oh, and the Panthers have claimed Dante Moncrief off the waivers.
Oh, John,
okay.
your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, sure, whatever.
Oh, the Raiders. The Raiders told Brandon Marshall to get the fuck out of
Which Brandon Marshall?
the veteran linebacker.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was
Okay.
like, I thought the wide receiver retired, but yeah.
Yeah, well, he's always
It's
slow
because
around.
today is the day for the compensatory picks
Pick
formula.
thing, yeah, so you want
if
to
you
drop
release
a bunch of
certain
lads off.
veterans today, you'll get better picks for who you lost last year.
Oh, we got Dell.
Oh, breaking
Oh.
news! Hello,
Just in time.
and welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Del. It's your first reappearance. First reappearance of this season. We've had no guests on really this year.
No, actually, yeah, no one. We banned
One of
Danny
them.
from the show, I think.
Richie or Danny? I
One of
can't
them got
remember.
barred,
Whoever
yeah.
lost got barred.
Well, probably Danny. Probably Danny.
Hi-oh.
Maybe. How are things going, Del? The league, I think. Well, first of all, how are you personally on a personal, professional level?
Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was playing in Glenmuir tonight, and I feel like I got hit by a bus. My calf muscles haven't relaxed. I don't know what the fuck's going on with them. They're like stones, man. But, yeah, no, I'm alright. Get a bit more work done. Doing some drawing again.
Oh, very
Nice.
good.
What are you drawing?
How's life in Canada?
Oh, we're all good.
I'm drawing a 3D model of the Dris Museum, which will
Yeah.
hopefully be an interactive museum in the future for the start of
What?
next season. It's going to take a
Yeah.
while. I got to figure out a lot of shit to do in it, but yeah, I draw it up in SketchUp, export it
I'll show
to
you the
Unreal
pictures,
Engine.
That is
and,
wild.
Can I show you this? How this is going?
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. I don't know how to export it as a game or an interactive model, so I'll figure it out.
I wonder, can we get a virtual, like a photo-realistic Idris Elba to take us around the Dris
Yeah.
Museum?
I'm sure we could.
Oh, and this is where Martin wanted you got.
I can make it virtual reality as well, but nobody really has VR headsets, so it's kind of pointless at the minute. But
By the time it's done, we
yeah,
all
no,
might
you
then.
do live around it.
By the time it's done, maybe it'll be breaking technology next year. VR is for everybody. Implants in the eyes.
Yeah, well, they are making a wireless, cheaper headsets for next year. I think Oculus Rift are doing them, and they're about $300. And unbelievable definition in them. It's just like the next stage of VR is coming very soon. So hopefully, yeah.
We'll all just be wearing this shit soon. We'll live in virtual worlds. It's gonna be great. Never have to see you
Yeah,
cunts
we
again.
Yeah.
I'll be podcasting with virtual Rob and John. All right, I tell you what. Let's because I know we only have you for a limited time, Derek. So
Yeah, I'm coughing up a lung here, so...
oh, you caught it
might
from
be
us.
very limited.
Yeah.
I might die live on stream, who knows.
That'll get us numbers at least.
A lot of hits, though.
Yeah.
Real good hits.
All right, so Del, peek behind the curtain here. I've already pre-wrote our matchup under the presumption that I will win. So we're just
Barring,
gonna.
some serious misconduct from Dak Prescott, I'm pretty sure you've won, yeah.
Yeah, didn't Amari Cooper limp off too?
Yeah, Cooper's gone off.
And yeah,
Oh, it
for
was
the-
Cooper. That fucking black cat screwed me. I knew as soon as I saw that black cat, I messages that someone's fucking getting injured
did
here.
not know where you were going
Yeah.
until you said the word cat there.
Yeah.
You're good. Thought we were gonna have to cut that out.
Oh, just bleeping Del. But yeah, so the black cat, he boned you in the big spot. Amari Cooper's off, so we're rolling with under the impression I'm gonna win. So let's start the first matchup.
First down and goal. They pitch it to Jacobs. What a block! Delivered by Ingold. And a touchdown.
In a high-scoring affair, the OC Millions continued to exert their dominance as the highest-scoring team as they dropped over 150 points on the way to a win over the Aztecs. A squad that is built to win in many ways is currently on a 3-game win streak and heading into a game against the Dragons team destroyed by bye weeks. The Millions fans will hope famed choker Coach O'Brien will finally be able to be relevant this season, and with the return of number 2 pick Alvin Kamara in sight, then the sky is the limit for the team. The Aztecs, unfortunate to lose on such a high score, will try to get right next week in a huge game against the Cougars, if they want any realistic chance of taking the Luther Division home. Del, you watched this game because you partook in it. We're currently still in it. What happened?
I think before the match, I kind of said Dalvin Cook and the Pats D were your team, and they underperformed, and everybody else just stepped up to the plate as if to prove me wrong on purpose. I'm not sure how every one of your players, considering they play on different teams, got the message and came together and screwed me over like that. I don't know how.
They ran a train on it.
Look, coming into the game, I was thinking, I've lost this. I'm not even paying much attention this weekend, and I didn't really pay a whole lot. I only found out most of them got like 17 points earlier on, about an hour ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
I was just checking to see if John Brown was playing. Hollywood Brown. John Brown.
Marquise
What's his
Brown?
fucking Greek name? Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown.
This guy lives on the outside of town, according to Bob Dylan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Damien Williams.
I had a good game, and I played Sanders, and he had a good game.
Yeah. I was a little worried when you had Carlos Hyde and fucking... Who were your Thursday?
Manny Sanders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Manny
Did you
Sanders...
see Carlos Hyde?
Oh, with the
Carlos
punch?
Hyde break free and then fucking slapped out of his hand
Oh.
on the goddamn goal line.
Because that's like a 9-point swing. Because you lose 3 for a fumble and you would have got 6 for the fucking touchdown. So you essentially lost 9 points there.
Which,
Didn't even know about those 3 points. That's worse.
by the end of this match, 9 points wouldn't have done much. But at the time, it could have been a momentum swing.
Yeah.
Although, again, it wouldn't have impacted anything else, so.
Even for Carlos Hyde, like Carlos Hyde's been trucking all year and he's been getting no touchdowns. Well, the odd one, but he's been getting fuck all. He's just getting the yards in, and to finally burst free, get a massive amount of yards, and just about to cross the line for a touchdown, and it slaps out of his hand. His confidence it's just got to be completely deflated after that. Instead of being really excited about the next game and like, wow, yeah, I got another one of those. You're like, fuck.
OD Business in a big spot got a nice 10 points for you after you deriding him, and rightly so. He's been shit this year.
Hold on a second. Literally, hold on a second. 3 players on my bench I could have played on the flex ahead of him, and every one of them would have outscored him. That's, I think, maybe the second time, I could be wrong, it might be the third time all season he's crossed 10 points. The worst player I ever drafted.
Oh, that cannot be true. That cannot be true. I won't believe that.
No, I'll tell you why he's the worst player I ever drafted. I've drafted worse players, but that's the worst draft pick ever because I picked him over Julio Jones, and
like Michael Thomas and stuff.
Been the worst disappointment. I mean, I've never been as disappointed with a player as I have been with OBJ, and I'll never touch him again, regardless of how good he's going, unless I get forced in the draft, because, draft does what it does. It makes you pick players that you don't want at certain times. But, I certainly won't be putting any fucking confidence in him, and, I'm very disappointed with Odell Beckham.
Alright, Del, right now, right here, one last opportunity. This is it. I will give you DJ Moore for Odell Beckham Jr. And this is my final offer. You do not get this option again. DJ Moore. Look at his numbers. 12, 11, 12, 13 every week. Consistent player.
For me,
I'm just going to tell you, Del, for clarity's sake, Michael is not looking at his numbers while he rattles those numbers off.
I'm going to go into it. Let me click. I don't need to. Look at this. 11s for Danes. 12. We got a 12-6, an 11-6, 11, 12, 11. Yeah.
In fairness, it's a lot of 11s and 12s.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's a better wide receiver currently. Player rankings 31.
Absolutely. I don't need... Well, wait a second. Amari Cooper's fucked. I'm going to have to look at this tomorrow. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. But I'm going to have to look at Amari Cooper. Because really what I need is a running back.
That's fair.
I'll trade your running back, Del.
Who?
I don't know. 3 o'clock in the morning, Del. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I have, honestly, my computer's over there is turned off. I'm sitting here nice and relaxed.
Speaking of running backs, someone who played very well was Josh Jacobs for me. Rob, you continuously made trades advances throughout the day. Even while he was playing.
Well, it wasn't just for Josh Jacobs.
No, it's for
anyone.
A wide range of players.
These players.
And then, what was it? I could have got Diggs and...
Juju,
yeah. I feel like...
Or Devontae and Juju. I'll trade you Devontae Freeman and Juju Smith-Schuster for ODB, Jack.
Who? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Nah, we'll talk.
I thought you were talking to Michael.
I said it and then I didn't like it, so I retract it.
One aspect of my team that I think is going under the radar currently is the tight end position. And the fact that I was just able to get it Hunter Henry, and he's just like legit, like 10 points every week.
Oh no, I'm annoyed as fuck. I dropped him the week I was playing you to pick up Jimmy Graham to bone you, and then I dropped Hunter Henry for you. And I fucking desperately need a tight end.
Yeah, it's
you haven't stopped blaming me on it ever since.
I know, you could fucking stop it, bro.
It's funny because I was just like fucking streaming tight ends. I was like, I'm surely there's some way of, like, someone will fall or something's going to happen. And then, what was it? We were talking about Danny had, like, the number 1 pick, or no, was it Rob? That waiver.
A bunch of us had low waiver. Me
Yeah,
and you had the 2 lowest, probably. Or the
highest or whatever.
4, yeah. And it got all the way to you.
It's wild.
Yeah, there was like 3 people needed starting tight ends.
He's saved my bacon a little bit in the tight end thing, because I was not looking good. And it literally, since then, I think I've won 3 in a row, because
nice,
they just shore up that one little spot. I think they've, a couple of them, quite close games. So, Del, you moved to 4 and 5, I believe? 4 and 5.
Yeah.
In a very tight Luther. What do you think is going to happen going forward in the season? What are your ambitions? Where do you think your boys will land? Can you win it? You have to beat John next week if you want to win it. The division now.
And I got some beef with John after the first game.
Yeah.
I would have won but for that pick from Deshaun Watson. I can't have beef with Watson because he's unreal. So I've got beef with John next week. So there's a bit going on there.
It's going to be a tight one. I don't have a lot of good matchups, so I think ours could be very tight next week.
That would be a pretty big game.
This is going to be a big
That would
one.
open it up.
This would be, because I'm obviously going to beat Danny, so this will put me 2 ahead of you and Danny. And if Danny loses next week and you were to lose next week, I'd be 3 ahead of both of you with 3 to go. And Martin would be the only person I'd be worrying about then.
Ooh,
so this is big game next week for the division.
At this stage, I just gotta hope Shauna keeps ignoring things.
We have
especially in the marine, because just the way things are going. Like I picked up Vance McDonald in the week that Andrews is off, and he does nothing. So, but Andrews back in the team. Vance McDonald gets a nice wee touchdown.
Yeah.
All right. Although I did, I traded Manny Sanders to Martin for Mike Andrews, and then picked Manny Sanders back up off the waiver wire, and Martin dropped him and put him into the team, and he hits nearly 20 points.
That's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and So and Mo Salah had a great week last week in the
did.
game that they lost. So I'm hoping Brady's going to be confident in him, so he's definitely going in for that Beckham. So okay.
You had Damian Williams. You had Damian Williams, who had a big touchdown run for you as well, and he ended up with over 120 yards.
Yeah, 120 yards, and 91 of them on that
And the
touchdown.
one, yeah.
Jeez,
It was the longest touchdown in Chiefs history.
Yeah, so he's going to be...
I have no faith in Williams even after that. I was looking at him on the bench going, yeah, you're not tricking me. You're not tricking me like Odell Beckham does every week. Odell Beckham's good. I've seen nothing of that this season. One fucking sweet play all season.
Yeah, it's so
On
true.
a slant. He got targeted yesterday. He got targeted 8 times. He caught 7 of them for 80 yards. So
I'm taking it.
Like,
DJ Moore right now. Right now.
Nah, I think I'm going to let Beckham rest on the bench for a while, see if he learns his lesson.
Waste of time. He's got Baker Mayfield throwing him the ball. It doesn't matter how much time you give him off the field. The quarterback's not getting any better.
So, what's he going to do on your bench?
Well, see, I can hopefully cover him.
He's not getting into your team. He's just going to incubate.
Well, neither can DJ Moore. I'm trying to win ODB a ring here. I'm joshing.
Your boy Mark Walton that you picked up, I'm pretty sure is donezo as well now. I'm pretty sure he got a bad injury.
Oh, man. God damn it.
Walton Towers.
He's a Miami Dolphins running back, and when I picked him up, I was like, what the heck? Fuck it. Fuck it. Get rid of him.
No great loss.
Yeah, true.
I literally have no idea who I'm going to even try to pick up. I've done no research.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to do some tomorrow.
There's not a whole pile this week, to be honest.
I tried to get Tevin Coleman back. I dropped him. I picked him up. I dropped him. I went to pick him up again, and Rob snuck in there like a snake with arms. Fucking stole him. And,
He lives in the quagmire with me now.
But the reason I dropped him, John, and this is why I got beef with you too. At the start of the season, you went on a big mad fucking rant about how shit he was. And I hold in the back of my mind. I
stand by it.
John says he's shit, so.
See, Del, this goes all the way back to the first year of the draft. See, John, when he's passionate about a player.
Hey, I mean, if Tevin Coleman finishes in the top 40 this year, you can call me
I'm
wrong.
just saying,
Until then, I stand by the fact
you
that...
talked out of you talked Shaw or Claire out of RG3 in the draft, then picked him the next pick, And he was
that
atrocious.
was bad.
You then chose, what's your man, the Packers running back? Number 1
Eddie
overall,
Lacy.
Eddie Lacy. So, look, I'm saying if you're looking for a talent judger, coach, or head
How
coach...
many marinas does
Head coach-
GM Michael have?
GM Michael
Has
was
one
a
marina?
rookie
marina?
GM.
Yeah, okay.
Still
was a rookie GM.
I'd still trust mine over Michael's, I would say.
It's still the first matchup. Let's fucking.
Let's move on.
Rob needs to go to bed early today. Richie's put him to sleep early.
It's not over yet.
All right, let's move on.
PATs.
Second and goal from the 10. Wilson fires. Hollister. Touchdown.
And now to the Cougars then, as an unsuspecting Astros were torn to shreds by a Russell Wilson-led Cougars team. The team most associated with great individual performances was at a loss to respond to an incredible 49 points by Wilson. The UG-dependent pack stack was nowhere to be seen, leaving the Astros now 4-5. The win moves the Cougars to 6-3 on the season, with a one-game lead over perennial Luther winners, the Crusaders, with 4 to go. John, GM Hand, there's a lot been talked about him recently. Is he in crisis?
I don't think so. There's been a lot of crisis talks.
The media
What's-
loves to
we
push a
need
crisis
the,
narrative. Oh, crisis alert!
Yeah.
Crisis alert!
Oh,
Oh,
we gotta
Jesus.
get that.
All right,
Okay.
yeah.
We got a new soundbite for that one then.
We blew it. Crisis alert! But yeah, so you beat Danny.
Yeah.
Good work.
Happy to do it.
Russell Wilson, so you essentially used his skill
His
against
power
him.
against him. Yeah.
Which is Rob, as a famous karate fighter, will tell us is what you're supposed to do. You use your opponent's weight and mass, and you flip them on their backs,
I don't know if that's what I did, but yeah, sure.
and then his ass is up, and he's not wearing
presented.
pants. We've all seen it.
It's a
He's
karate
judoist,
move.
man.
Rob's a judoist.
Judoist.
I thought he was a
Guy who
jingoist.
does judo to lads.
I've been telling everybody.
Lads.
I've been telling everybody he's a jingoist.
Or is it a jangoist?
You could be both.
Where's this fucking matchup? Here we go. 138 to 96, John.
Right.
An emphatic win pushes Danny to 4-5 on the season. His team actually, it's funny because I was looking at this. I was like, you get Melvin Gordon with 27 points, Atari Q with 23, Devontae Park with 13. How do you still only end up with like 96?
Yeah, not break 100. And
Which-
it's a lot of guys under like 5 as well, though.
Yeah, like if your
Aaron
quarterback's
Jones.
only getting 15,
Yeah.
Aaron Jones only got like
DJ
3.5. Oh, 420 for DJ Shark.
Nice.
So there you go.
Yeah, so I mean, like Ebron,
Dropped
DJ
Jamal
Shark.
Williams.
You dropped Jamal
5
Williams.
for Joey
I
Sly.
just after remembering I dropped Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
Is he in this match?
He blew
Yeah.
up the other day.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Sorry.
had Montgomery and Sanders on his bench who both did well, as far as I know. Not that you'd play either of them over Aaron Jones at the minute.
Yeah.
Oh, Montgomery did quite well. Yeah.
Yeah. The opportunity got 21 points. Your team, it's just kind of Russell Wilson, really, and
Yeah,
Derrick Henry,
everyone else just
Marvin
did okay.
Jones. And then just filling out the numbers.
Yeah,
it was
everyone
those
else
three
just did
boys.
what they had to.
So yeah, it was essentially just Russell Wilson winning for you. That was the difference. It's just this number here.
Yeah.
And then obviously
Well, I got
kinda
80 points out of my other 8 guys, so they're averaging 10 points a player. So,
good work,
well, I
you
mean,
guys.
90, I guess, so like 12 points a player.
We lost the run completely now. We don't know maths. And then you go to 6-3.
Mm-hmm.
Commanding lead in the Luther. Well, it's one game.
It's
but
a simple game. You just draft the highest scoring player in the 14th round, and no one else drafts them in the season.
And then
It's
you
like what
just keep
Baz
winning
did last
games.
year. You just draft a quarterback who's going to score all the points, and you win a lot of games because of it.
That's very true.
And then it's, playing Marvin Jones helped as well, because it probably would have been close if I'd ended up, or not close, but you know.
If you had to play Julio Jones and then he didn't do anything, and then
Yeah, or if I
Marvin
played,
Jones had blown up on your bench.
say, fucking Robbie Anderson instead of him. Because I was close to playing Robbie Anderson.
Hypothetically speaking, would you do a Julio Jones for ODB trade?
No.
Unlucky Dell.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Danny moves to 4-5 on the season. So it's
2 games out of... He's going to be out of the playoffs, I'm pretty sure, because Dell will have scored more points than him most likely by the end of today.
Yes, that sounds
I'm pretty
right
sure
to
he has
me.
more points than him already, so...
Yeah.
Danny will be out
See,
of the playoffs.
That's what I want more of. Good news.
Yeah, so you'll
Good news, and that's
still
bad
be
news,
in the
lads.
playoffs.
So I feel like a Dell Danny matchup could be a pretty
It's going to be coming up
crunch
pretty
game,
soon, probably.
yeah.
Yeah. Gonna be coming
Unless
up soon.
Martin gets the shakes and loses a couple games soon, it could come
Yeah.
down to a big Danny Dell game. Whoa! Oh, sorry, Harper. That was also the match too. The match was spicy, which gave me the Harper.
That's where the Harper
Yeah.
came from.
So I don't know what else is going on in this game.
Aaron Jones went out at some stage, I'd imagine, did he?
No, he was in there for a lot of it, I think.
Jones.
Oh, Dell's a little bit ahead of
Yeah,
us in
so
the
we
game.
don't know
Here we
what's.
go.
Oh, it sounds like Danny Dimes did something. Is the cat back?
Oh, he tried to dive for a first down and the ball went fucking out.
Oh, Baz won't be happy with that.
Oh, Baz won't be beating my top scoring record this week. Oh, he's
Baz
nowhere
might
near.
even beat my score this week.
Oh, good. The Russian boys are back.
Hi-oh!
We never left. Oh, there's Danny Dimes' fumble.
Yeah, there you go.
Peek behind the curtain. It's still Monday Night Football here. That might not be true for the whole podcast.
Yeah.
Come back to like tomorrow morning or whatever. It's just you and Rob sitting here. I guess you can get Dell back on the phone. For
Yeah.
To record.
Yeah, we might call you that.
We'll just
see
pause
what
it.
happens. Yeah, just pause the football.
So
Oh, took a dig in the head there as well. Look
Multiple
what,
digs.
someone was just swinging hands on the poor chap.
and on that note, let's move on.
Get bodied, Danny.
McCaffrey right up the middle. And he is gone for the touchdown. 58 yards.
That was fantasy superstar Christian McCaffrey with the touchdown as the Crusaders cantered to a win in Belfast. McCaffrey is repaying every cent of his first-round pick and is on course to score the most fantasy points in history. The Bombers fall to 1-8 and are all but doomed to the Marina Bowl this year due to what can only be described as absentee coaching. Questions will linger about whether this could in fact be the last coached team. Guys, Rob, I'm going to go to you first. First of all, this is essentially bye week for Martin. I don't know, do we need to dig too deep into his scores?
Apart from the fact that Christian McCaffrey is just
Yeah, he's wilding.
historically good.
Yeah.
And Devin Singletary came good for
Yeah,
for Martin.
that's looking like a good, because we were only saying this a little while ago. We were like, did Martin go 0-2 on his trades this season?
Yeah,
And he's still
yeah.
doing okay, because I mean, you kind of have to say he lost the Travis Kelce one at this stage. He's been okay, but Michael Thomas, I'm pretty sure, is the number one fantasy.
Yeah, I
wide
don't even know
receiver,
if
I think.
Is Kelsey even top 5 tight end? I can't check right
Maybe
now.
just
but-
because tight
maybe.
end is so terrible, but
He's
yeah,
number
he's
tight end number 2.
of course.
Has Shauna done the trifecta yet, where you start an injured player, a player who's not on a team at all, and a player who's on bye?
Possibly.
I don't know if she's done a cut player yet, but I think she's definitely done the other two.
Injured. Oh, she's got injured and bye on this week. Anyway, so, I mean,
Oh, Shauna. Del, what are your thoughts on Shauna? You can say what you want. She's not listening.
Speak freely. Yeah.
about Shauna and the North.
Yeah, should be ashamed of herself. Her lack of dedication, just because she lives in Belfast. But maybe she's just worrying about Brexit and stuff.
Yeah, well,
So who knows? Who knows what's going on in her head? So yeah,
Del,
I
ever
don't know what to say. I mean,
the
when
compassionate.
am I playing her so I can get a win?
Well, there's no need to worry until next season. But I don't know. We gotta talk.
We have
gotta
a
see what's
possible
going on.
solution. Will we drop our possible solution?
Drop
on
the
podcast?
possible solution.
Yeah,
Let's
like
see what
what-
people say.
Yeah, well, we'll let people, because I was going to talk to Sean about it first, but I mean, Sean's fucking impossible to get in contact with.
She ain't listening.
And she ain't listening to this either, so she won't. Her feelings aren't going to be hurt.
Possible.
She's not doing anything, so we essentially need someone to come in and take care of this fucking
Interim
team.
coach
Yeah,
position.
I don't want to just kick Shauna out, because Shauna is a former champion as well.
Yeah, deserves respect.
So I don't want to just kick her out. So how would people feel if we bring a new person in? Not a new person, a new coach in to co-manage
Help
the team
run
with
the
Shauna.
team.
Yeah. Because I don't know if Shauna just doesn't have the time or just doesn't care, and I don't really care what the answer is.
Because it's not a good look.
Either way, we need someone to come in.
In the most competitive season we've ever had,
by far.
to have one person just not partake is
Yeah.
very upsetting.
It's bad. So, the solution will probably be to bring a co-manager in, which Sleeper does let you do, and the person we're probably going to bring in is going to be Hannah Hines.
Judy's
Julius Peppers?
Julius Peppers. I told
You think we
Julius
could
he
get
got
that?
it.
Jeez, that'd be nice.
Hannah Hines.
For every
Break, that's the
problem, there's a
breaking
final
news.
solution, so just
Yeah,
remember
so,
that.
and to be honest, if Shauna then is just like, I don't care about this team, then we can essentially kick Shauna, we can give Shauna a soft kicking out of the league and just give the
Soft
team
kicking.
over to Hannah.
A gentle.
We'll just
Yeah,
usher her
firm.
out to sea.
No,
Remember
soft
when they
kicking,
put
right.
Bilbo on the ship to the elves
Yeah.
at the end? It's going to be just
Just like
beautiful,
that.
just
Yeah,
like that.
real
That
nice.
ship never made it.
We will, of
Like-
course, sink this ship once it's out in the deep waters.
And we, of course, will let Shauna gracefully walk away without any of the other people being aware. So she will be able to come forward and say,
It'll be a nice transition. But yeah, so let us know what they think about getting someone in to co-manage the team.
I
with
feel
Shauna,
that some people aren't going to want that, and it's going to be the people who are
who have
still
to play
Shauna.
But I have to still play Shauna, and I'm not scared of her team. And anyone out there who is scared of her team
is a
is too
pussy.
shit to get into the playoffs at this stage.
Oh,
anyway.
fuck.
Hi-oh!
You do say that from a 2-game advantage.
yeah, exactly. Shauna has no chance of knocking me out of the playoffs, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, I mean, people let
It's
us know
just
what they
better
think.
to have a more competitive team. In
It
the league.
also means that we can let Hannah try and like twist Baz's arm into doing bad trades with her
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which is just funny.
Although I do think that the constant replacing of people in the league with just various Hineses is also a dangerous
It's
route to
worrying,
go.
yeah,
Because
it's
that means the
worrying.
next one gone is
It's
Grace is
real.
in.
All of a sudden, great, and then Terry's
Terry's
trying to get
in.
And then it's just the Heinz ball.
Yeah. You got the Hines division and the other people.
Yeah.
Then when Rob gets married, he takes her name.
Oh.
Just so I can
Stay in the league.
Yeah, just to stay in the league.
Look, I can
Yeah,
change
we'll
stuff
get there.
with a seat at the table, boys. I can get our rights back.
Oh, boo. He's going to pull the ladder up.
But there's space for one of you.
I am the one true non-Hines. Yeah, so that. Maybe that happens. Maybe other things happen. Who knows? It's all up in the air.
Mine's team actually wasn't great, really, this week.
No, it was.
Just
I'll
looking
tell
at
you,
it real
like,
quick,
because
yeah.
it's kind of like your team, only and
Christian
Danny's team. It's
McCaffrey,
just
yeah.
2 running backs, and then it's kind of like Danny's team. Only his running back or quarterback kind of underperformed. Yours got like 40 points.
Yeah.
It's good work, Martin. Martin goes to 5-4, looking good
Game
for
behind me,
at least the playoff spot potentially. You know, there's 4 games left. Game up, I guess it doesn't mean a whole pot. You could lose the next 4
Yeah,
games.
and he probably has 3 division games left.
Yeah, so it's so spicy.
Very.
Ay caramba, too spicy.
I don't know if we're gonna
Oh,
leave
you
that
know.
in.
Bleep that. Bleep that. And Shauna, we gotta talk. I
Yeah.
think we gotta have a consigliere.
You tried real hard to beat the lowest scoring record, which should not be a thing under these new scoring
Yeah,
rules.
I also, with all due respect, Shauna, I don't think that she's gonna kick up a fuss. I
No,
think even
no.
in the start of the summer, she was like, I was like, oh, you excited to play in the league? And she's like, I think you guys might kick me out this year. And I was like, oh, no, Shauna, you just gotta do your best, you see what happens and stuff, and you'll do fine. And she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay.
Maybe
Yeah,
she wants to
my-
get kicked out.
My
She's too
problem,
nice.
yeah, to be
Yeah.
honest, that's possible as well.
It's
My
absentee
problem,
coaches.
My problem was never with Shauna sucking. Shauna always sucked. She
Yeah.
always picked up bad
Somehow
players.
she
like-
won the second.
And
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Very impressive.
that was never the problem. But doing nothing is the problem.
It's the absentee and that's
Yeah.
what got Claire at the end of the day.
Exactly, yeah. She just
the-
stopped setting lineups and she had to go.
The losing record rule thing,
Yeah,
that was
that
put in
was-
after as
yeah,
more of a duty to Claire, but it was
Yeah.
the absentee coaching.
Because
That's
I
what we
would never
won't stand
job
for.
someone out of the league if
If they're
you just
trying
got
and they're
unlucky
shit,
and all your
yeah.
players get injured and you lose
And
all your
you're
games.
gone.
Like, yeah, I'm just like, oh, sorry, Rob. You're just going to sit here every Sunday and watch us have fun in the league. Like, yeah, your girlfriend's in, but you're right, buddy.
And her mum and dad.
Yeah, we replaced you with Grace.
Oh.
So I guess that's it. Del, any thoughts on that? Any further thoughts on this game or just things in general?
Yeah, just if Martin had a quarterback who was, elite, he'd be doing a lot better. I mean, to state the obvious, but starting fucking mono-riddled Sam Darnold is just never a good idea. That shit comes back. I'm not speaking from experience or anything, but that shit comes back.
They don't call it mono because it's only one time.
Kyler Murray's legit like the number 8 fantasy player in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better now. So, but
He's not even on the team anymore. Got rid of him. Got Philly Rivers in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what is Martin doing with Philip Rivers?
Jones is after the fight breaking out. A lad on the sideline holding a fucking. Wait, you see this shit? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
This is wild.
It was gonna happen anyway in 2 minutes. So.
Tee us up for some scraps, though.
Yeah. Imagine we all missed it.
World star.
That's crazy that Martin dropped fucking
Manny Sands and
Kyler
Murray.
So, good summation of this game, you guys. John, is your point that you just made at the last second there, that I'm referencing.
Martin dropping Kyler Murray for Philip Rivers.
Yes.
Crazy. That may come up in a section later.
Let's move on.
Oh, before we play the soundbite for this, I hear a knock at the door there. Oh, who is that down there?
Who's at the door?
There's somebody at the door.
It's a well-dressed man in a suit.
Oh.
It's GM O'Brien.
Oh,
good day, GM O'Brien. What's that, GM? You need media podcast host O'Brien to come with you to come and see something very important. Media podcast host O'Brien, get out of here, you
Michael,
son of
you
a
better
bitch.
go.
Yeah, you better go. You guys watch out for head coach O'Brien. That drunken son of a bitch has been around there somewhere.
Yeah, he's been liquoring it up real hard.
You watch out now.
He's tinkering.
And he sees Gallup trying to keep his balance, and he does.
And that was Michael Gallup with the acrobatic touchdown catch there to put the cherry on the top of the Rainbow Warriors win over a pretty lackluster Toronto Pterodactyls team. A big performance from Matt Stafford and DK Metcalf wasn't enough to overcome a lot of big scores in some strange places on Baz's team. Rob, 140 points from Baz. When you look at what we have here, his first 4 players, that's a pretty surprising ending scoreline from what you see here, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have went with cherry on top of the win cake that Baz made Connor eat out of his ass. So Connor was just really let down by some of his bigger some of his shooters who he's been dependent on. Sonny Michel has a pretty disappointing season.
I feel like he's had half good games and half very bad games, and overall you're just not happy with him.
Yeah,
like,
4
that
points.
Patriots running back shit is just
4 points against Baz just doesn't do it. Like,
it's not going to do it. Yeah,
it's never going to work. Baz just kind of consistent 11 points until he gets down to Kenny Galladay 20. Michael Gallup 9.
saved his day with that nice touchdown there, and then down here is where Baz really did his work.
Kittle 14 points, Philip Lindsay
nice.
16. Oh, you got the digital
He got
clock
16,
version of
20.
420.
Yeah, he got an afternoon 420.
Harrison Booker 18 points
18
and Steelers
points.
26
Yeah,
points.
So that's nearly 100 points you're pulling out of those bottom 4 down there. That's some good stuff.
Especially in contrast with Justin Tucker, who Connor does actually rely on a lot, because he does score a lot of points.
He's been having good games.
2.9, and then Chiefs defense for 3 points. So
yeah, and then you have Danny Amendola with 3. The saga of Danny Amendola of Connor's flex position this week, where he picked up. I know he had Ronald Jones at one point who actually did really well, and he dropped someone else who actually did better than fucking. I couldn't believe he settled on Amendola. I feel like that of all the ones he went through, that was definitely the worst call.
And there was like some positive news about Rojo during the week and stuff.
Yeah, he had a couple of good games, I think. Yeah, and he did look good. I think he's going to be a probably one of the high priority waiver guys tomorrow. So I think Connor probably should have stuck with him.
He needs James Conner back, I think, for Connor. Like, obviously, we're not saying that you would have had Baz with James Conner. I just mean for his team.
For his team going forward.
If Connor gets Conner back, then Baz gets Mahomes back.
Yeah, then we're... Yeah.
So...
It wasn't a great week from Connor's team, but I mean, he's missing Michael Thomas, who is essentially his best player. As you said, he's missing James Conner. So if you play those two guys... Bobby Woods on bye as well. So if you're playing those guys instead of Danny Amendola, Sonny Michel and Alshon Jeffrey, you got to think that this is a much closer game.
He's kind of been unlucky though, because Alshon Jeffrey has had a really good season.
Yeah,
he's been averaging
that's
14.
Like because he hit on Jamal Williams and he hit on DK Metcalf. And if Sonny Michel had one of his better games, which he has had good games as far as I remember, he's had a couple of big touchdown games. Yeah, like he's had a 14, a 20, a 23, a 13. And again, Jeffries, as he said, has had a good game. So he was unlucky, I think, as well, to have been beaten this bad.
But in terms of the division, Connor's only one behind me.
This win puts Baz 5-4. You're now 5-4, and Richie's 5-4, which we'll get on to in a second. Michael's 6-3, and Connor at the bottom, 2 games out at 4-5 with 4 games left. It's very up in the air.
Matt Stafford, who we'll probably talk about later in another segment.
He comes up in a segment later, yeah.
Maybe. We don't know if he will.
We haven't done it yet.
He's been sort of very good from all season. So if Connor gets healthy, he could go on a playoff run. It's not going to happen, and he's going to go to the marina again.
Yeah.
He's going to back-to-back marinas.
What happens? There's no way he's losing to Shauna's team in the marina this year. I don't think anyone...
Marinam. Back-to-back marinas, you know?
You turn into like a palindrome.
Yeah.
Back-to-back marinas, Connor. You got to avoid that
at all costs.
And you're gonna have a fucking tough game in the playoffs, no matter who you get.
Yeah.
Between you, Richie, Baz, or Michael.
Well,
I think Mike. No, he could still get knocked out of the playoffs. I get, yeah. But so I mean, yeah, like it wouldn't be surprising to see any of you guys in the Marina final at the minute, just based on the competition that you have. Like it's a really tough one.
Oh, if Lev Bell is actually out for a season, I could be in a bad spot.
Breaking news! This is a day later than when we recorded other stuff, so we have some breaking news on the Lev Bell MRI. They picked up they signed Josh Adams off their practice squad.
Yeah.
Which obviously didn't look great, but then some people were saying apparently that was so that he couldn't be claimed off waivers, because if you're on the practice squad, other teams can take it. And apparently that was because the Dolphins wanted to take Josh Adams after Mark Welton getting suspended there.
Just to bone the Dolphins.
Adam Gates
take their perfect
Adams.
losing record off them and Josh Adams.
Josh Adams is an interesting guy if Lev Bell is injured.
But there's someone else there.
There's still Bilal Powell and Ty Montgomery too.
Yeah.
Josh Adams is a big dude and he can run through guys. So I mean, I don't know. Like, fuck knows what they're doing over in New York there.
If
Lev Bell's knee
Gase
could be fine, and he
goes,
might actually just be being an asshole.
He might just be waiting until Adam Gase gets fired. He probably doesn't want to play another fucking snap for Adam Gase.
Fuck knows what it's just gonna happen. Like, because they were trying to trade him, and then they were trying to trade Jamal Adams, and it's just all
he put
over
up
the place.
13 points just yardage wise on Sunday. So I feel like if his knee was Adam, he would have come out. I think the only thing that's Adam is Gase, and he's trying to put it up Lev Bell's career bum.
I don't know what's going on over there, to be honest.
Garbage.
Speaking of that,
speaking of garbage,
let's move on. You got a write up for this, don't you?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll let you freewheel it then.
He's walking to the 3. He's at the 2. Now a policeman, a state trooper has come on the field, and the cat runs into the end zone. That is a touchdown.
And that was a cat on the field as Brett Maher didn't fall into a swamp like I expected on Monday Night Football, but the cat was fun.
Did you see that thing where it was like the Giants were projected to win by 64%? To play before the cat came onto the field, or to play when the cat came on, and then they lost.
Just flipped it. It was a momentum change.
The Jocarl momentum shift of the week.
Momentum cat change. Because it was such a strange game between me and Richie.
It was a very weird one. It was hard to tell where it was going to go at any point.
If there was no kickers, I would have absolutely jobbed them on a stat correction.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Because if there was no kickers, I still would have lost, I think.
Well, Myers only scored like a point.
0.9.
It would have been tight, actually. That would have been very
close.
tight, yeah.
No, because I was only ahead by 0.06.
So you would have lost by 0.03 or 0.3?
I don't know, man. It would have been crazy.
Anyway, it was...
Yeah. So Gardner Minshew,
did it looked like you were getting blown out. Before Lamar Jackson came up, it looked like you just got blown out.
Points for me, man. Tevin Coleman on Thursday night, 5 points.
He had a rough one, yeah.
Cortland Sutton had a great
scored
touchdown.
A lovely touchdown, yeah. And then other than that, he was very quiet.
The new, was it rookie quarterback?
Brandon Allen.
Yeah,
I don't think he's even a rookie, man. Because we thought he was a rookie, and then it turned out he's been in the league since like
58 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs and Juju Smith-Schuster, the fucking Chuckle brothers,
goodness,
man.
Yeah.
Combine them
Those
for a
two
score of
fucking
420.
boys, man. These two boys are like Kenyon Drake and Derrick Henry on my team last year, man. One of them has to fucking go.
Fucking Chuckle brothers, man.
Because now I have Derrick Henry and he's doing fine, and Kenyon Drake's doing fine by himself. But the two of them together, they're no good.
They're boning me
Yeah.
week to week. Now, I couldn't have started anybody on my bench.
You didn't have great matchups then, your bench either.
No,
and then you had like just Rashad Penny and Ty Johnson are obviously just wait and see guys.
Devonta Freeman and Calvin Ridley bought by, but I mean, I can't even start any of them at this stage. So I know my team, the wheels are falling off. Richie started Jordan Howard and Mark Ingram, and somehow scored 30 fucking points between them.
And then the man shrew ends up jobbing him after a great week.
Yeah.
And who we've now seen has been fucking benched going into next week, which is just
like Richie was there for
crazy.
Zach Ertz saved his week.
Yeah, definitely. That's a very good shout actually. He had that was definitely his biggest game of the year.
103 yards and a touchdown for 19.8 points. Richie ended up beating me by what?
By
15-ish. 15 points, so yeah.
Just under 15.
So
essentially he beat you by what Brett Maher
by
scored,
Zach Ertz.
kind of. Yeah.
Oh, by Brett Maher, yeah.
Yeah, it was essentially by that much. Who did Richie have on his bench? Oh, Richie had Kenyon Drake on his bench, of course, who he had just picked up. So that's interesting for Richie's team going forward, because we kind of been not ragging on his running backs, but his running backs are crazy who he starts, and Kenyon Drake is just another guy that's in there that it's not going to surprise you if he scores 20 points, but I don't know if anyone's going to be betting on him scoring 20 points. It's just he's a tough
weird
guy to know what's going to be going on.
But like, if Richie were to waiver, let's say, a Kyler Murray, and you get this new
stack,
running back quarterback stack.
There's a stack out there to be had.
Yeah, and I like it.
Yeah, you should try and get Kyler Murray and trade Kyler Murray for Mark Ingram, and then you get the Raven stack, he gets the Cardinals stack.
Yeah, and it works out for everybody.
And everybody's rolling.
Come on, Richie, do it, you bitch. Or maybe I'll trade him. No.
We'll see. But yeah, like both your benches were pretty quiet. Not a whole lot there.
And so in terms of that, then me and Richie go even on the season.
Baz and Richie both needed wins to keep this division tighter.
Richie has my number in the regular season, man. I'm pretty sure I'm 4-0-4 against him. I have to check that out. Bro.
Yeah, Michael updated them. So we'll probably do a podcast soon with a bunch of like halfway through the year stats and stuff. Because I know Michael's working on all those records. So yeah, I mean, like, this is such a tight division, and I mean, it was quite a low scoring week for you, Richie and Connor. Like, if you guys had all been playing each other, like, fuck knows, a couple of decisions this way or the other way would have really turned the division. So that last playoff spot,
it's hot, and I'm playing Baz next week, so that's.
And then if you beat Baz, it all just keeps going round. Because I mean, Baz's team doesn't look unbeatable. Not that he was like lucky this week or anything, but it's not often that you're going to get 80 points from your flex, your kicker, your defense, and your tight end.
And I don't have to play Philip Lindsay next week, so at least I'm saved that
embarrassment. Yeah, that painful fucking experience.
Oh, and also just one last thing about mine and Richie's game. We had one of the rarest occurrences in fantasy football. Both of our kickers got a tackle. So tackle off with the kickers in the locker rooms.
At least the Jason Myers tackle wouldn't have won you the game. Brett Maher got the tackle and he was like, not today, Jason Myers.
Bitch. Yeah, so Quagmires is probably gone. I might just keep him because the name is too good.
As a talisman, like.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, like you quagmired it up really good this week because you've had a couple of weeks where you haven't been quagmiring. You obviously you're on your road trip, as you were saying. The boys were out getting a stretch of the legs. You brought Richie was just. He was able to escape this time. He was just like Michael did. It was fucking tight, and right at the end, he was able to just.
See, Richie knows what the crack is. You just got to be drunk going into the quagmire. That's the secret.
Can't get lost if you don't know where you're going.
Everybody else who scored shit points wasn't drinking at that. But Richie definitely was drinking.
So yeah, good. I mean, good win by Richie. We'll take a quick. Hold on.
I'm back, you guys. What's up? How are you? How did it go in my absence?
Yeah, it was all good. Me and Rob were able to pull it together great for the last couple of games.
Nice, yeah. Without me, good work, you guys.
Yeah,
proud.
It was rocky for a little while.
Yeah,
like there was definitely some.
There's a transitional period.
Okay.
A getting used to it phase.
Yeah. Well, it would be the first, essentially, mini Flesh and Bone podcast that we've had in a while.
Yeah.
What do you think is more valuable? No, I'm joking. Let's not get into that. That again.
We'll
Those
save that
bushes.
one for the off-season.
Flesh and blood auction.
I, of course, was at the museum. I had a quick museum trip to go to.
Well, a museum of what, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, Rob, I wish I could tell you.
Optometry?
It was a secret GM kind of O'Brien museum situation thing. Not like the museum wasn't about GM O'Brien. I didn't leave to go and look at a museum about him. I, of course, media podcast host O'Brien, and not
LPH
one of the
O'Brien.
other two. I've got my media hat on, so I'm back. It was very eventful, and you know I'm here to finish the bit, which is of course,
darling,
Rashad.
pity for your thoughts.
Put a sound.
Penny for your thoughts.
Something like that.
It's Rashad Petty for your thoughts, where we have musings, I guess, about players, people, football-related things, and you know, we're like, what's going on? What's Petty for that guy's thoughts?
See
You
what he
know,
has to say about this situation.
Yeah,
and
so-
maybe we'll throw in what we think he thinks as well.
that's what I'm gonna do.
They think.
Each of us have been bequeathed 3 magic pennies. And they allow us to peer into the mind of another GM.
To purchase thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Okay. That's a good one.
I'd watch the shit out of that movie. That sounds alright.
Okay.
So John, do you want to purchase your first
I'll go
thought?
first.
So walk up to the salesman.
I would not be like, yeah, okay. Do they have...
I'm the salesman.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
sir. How may I help you today?
I would like to purchase some of the thoughts of head coach Martin Fitzpatrick.
17 pennies.
Well, I have this one magic one.
Oh, that will do just
That
fine.
is the equivalent of 17 normal ones, I guess.
What would you like to know?
In relation to what his thoughts on the amount of, I don't know if you call them quality players, but players who have put up a lot of good points
That
in
aren't.
recent weeks that were on his team and are not on his team now. So you have Michael Thomas and DK Metcalf, obviously.
Yeah.
Chris Carson, who he traded to me.
Oh, yeah.
Manny Sands.
Dropped Manny Sanders, who he traded for. He dropped Golden Tate, who I think has had a good weeks. Like, you know, none of these guys are guys who are making or breaking your season, but I would like to know, you know, is Martin
What's going
cracking
on?
the pants a little bit about a couple of guys that he may have, you know, gotten away?
GM Fitzpatrick potentially losing it a little bit.
The one
Yeah.
that kind of baffles me is the Kyler Murray one.
Exactly, which we were talking about earlier. That's the newest one. Oh, and Aaron Rodgers was the other one I meant to say as well. Yeah. Sorry, he does have Golden Tate still. Sorry, my bad, Martin. Apologies.
So you're saying it could be a situation where it's an inability to self-scout.
Yeah, mate. Like, I mean, I think a little bit of it is just having Christian McCaffrey just kind of gives you a lot of freedom, and also Chris Godwin has done very well for him. Gives you a lot of freedom to kind of play with the rest of your roster when you've got a guy who'll score 2 guys worth of points for you every week.
Yeah, just carrying the team at the minute. But it even goes back to, what was it, early and just after that fucking trade between Connor and Martin, where if Martin had kept the guys, he would have broken the record and probably would have hit like over nearly 200 points, I think, that week.
And he's
It was
traded
crazy.
Mark Andrews away, who has done probably not as well as Travis Kelce, but is probably
Similar.
not that far behind
Yeah.
him, you'd have to think. And he could have kept Michael Thomas and DK Metcalf. Now, I'm sure he doesn't mind the Chris Carson Singletary trade this week, because
Kinda
Singletary
worked
has
out,
looked
yeah.
very good now, so we'll see going forward, you know, what the crack with
Waiting
that
on
is.
AJ Green. I mean, if
AJ
I'm
Green,
AJ Green,
obviously.
I'd Jalen Ramsey this till the end of the season, and I go play a full season with someone else instead of a real bad Bengals team.
I think Martin's team is very strong all around. I don't think he'd be
yeah,
two,
yeah.
but his one weakness is just the quarterback position now, because who he starts week to week is changing so much, and it could just bang him on any given
Yeah, I
Sunday.
mean, Sam Darnold's not a guy I want to be starting all that much. And like, they did have the good schedule coming up or whatever, but that team just looks all over the
it doesn't
place.
look like it's
Yeah.
going to be that good of a schedule.
And I feel like Philly Rivers hasn't had a great season either. Like, I don't know why you drop, or why you keep either of those guys over Kyler Murray.
That's very interesting.
Yeah,
So,
I don't mean to be ragging on Martin or anything. That's just,
but
you know, it's
also,
just something I thought about earlier.
so you purchased the thoughts.
And now, are they my
Do you
thoughts?
get them? I
Does
don't-
Martin no longer have these thoughts of doubt in his mind?
You purchase,
I don't know.
Or do I
'Cause
just
you don't
purchase
actually-
access?
yeah, you purchase like I feel like
it's more of a well scenario.
And it's like that thing in Harry Potter where you're just seeing memories almost. but
Sound effects are going to be crazy.
they're gonna be all over the place.
Maybe.
All right, let's move on to the second penny for your thought. Robert. I got to stop doing the weird wizard voice thing. Rob, you got a penny you want to spend?
Sure. I want to spend a penny on Richie's thoughts.
Oh, okay.
And I want to peer into Richie's lineup conundrums every week. And I just want to see just a few little times where he's looking at Jordan Howard, Mark Ingram, Frank Gore, Adrian Peterson, deciding who to play. And he's just like, what do I do here?
Yeah, what are the
He's got so many
machinations?
crazy running backs.
Yeah.
And the way...
And are all producing, kind of?
I know, that's
It's
the
crazy.
thing. It's the ones he picked.
If
do
you
well.
offered me my 4 running backs that I had at the start of the year and his 4 running backs, I would have scoffed at those running backs and been like, throw those in the bin. And he's probably fucking outscored me.
Jordan Howard's been so fucking good
He
all
actually
season.
has been quite good.
And then now he's got Kenyon Drake in there as well, which was a nice pickup.
Which was a nice pickup, yeah.
So I just don't... my penny is just to see what Richie's lineup...
Like...
What is the logic that he
Yeah.
uses
I
to
mean,
pick?
I feel like we've been trying to figure this out for years with Richie's team. It's wild. There's no, like... The only consistency I can see is that there's some connection to the Bears. All of his players.
Some connection, a vital,
They're either
umbilical connection to the
ex-Bears
Bears.
or current Bears or... You know, I was...
Defense of the Bears.
It's
They're just...
Richie's umbilical cord.
Oh, is it? Yeah, because
Cut the umbilical cord.
he
Richie.
doubled down. He's double and triple down on, like, the Bears and, like, the Eagles.
Yeah.
And he's got some Bills in
Bills,
there and
yeah.
stuff like
Couple of Redskins.
Yeah, so it was Redskins, like, you know,
It's not great offense.
double down on some high score teams.
Yeah.
But yet still, I guess
mean,
he's
look,
4-5. Well, he's gonna be 5-4
It's going to be,
now.
what, a game out from you?
Yeah, I play him next week though. Like I said, and he's got fucking loads of
getting
buys.
wrecked with
So
bye weeks.
that's pretty sweet.
I just love the age tandem of Adrian Peterson and Frank Gore.
That's great.
Oh,
yeah.
It's amazing.
So
That
well.
will never be beaten. on
No,
the
in terms of the
two.
starting Dris bowl,
Yeah,
running back 1
running
and
backs,
2.
Like you might not start a fucking kicker and a quarterback that old all year.
You know what? I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the oldest because if I know Richie, he's gonna have those 2 fuckers again next year,
Yeah,
and they're gonna be a
that's
year
fair.
older when he does it. So
Very fair.
And we're all going to scoff and laugh, but...
And they'll just keep producing.
that's I like that penny. Good usage of your penny, Rob.
That was a good one.
I'm gonna use my penny, and I want to peek into the mind of my arch nemesis, Senor Barrett Hines, and I just want to see what's going on in his head this season, because 2 years of just crushing it,
Just
regular
destroying us,
season.
yeah.
And then this year, obviously injuries and stuff, and maybe the draft wasn't as kind as it was last year. He's 4-4 now. It's strange to see a Barry Hines team 4-4.
But actually, it
he's going to
genuinely
be
is
5-4, I suppose.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
be 5-4
sorry,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, and
And
only a game
scoring.
behind me, of course.
Scoring good, points on the season.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not saying much, but he's blowing me out of the water.
Like
What's
the
he
team
got
is
on the
still
season?
good.
980. Yeah,
It's
so,
just wild that
he's
he's got
right there
4
around all the
games.
rest of
Yeah.
us, yeah.
Oh, the Patty Mahomes of it all is coming back soon. So
That's true. So yeah,
That could be a
I-
big game changer.
How
in
many
terms
games did he
of-
win and lose with it? So he's won
I'd
this one without Paddy. He lost to me.
He lost
a couple of
the
weeks
2
ago.
before this.
Yeah,
And
without
essentially,
Paddy.
Saquon Barkley just handed the injury baton off to Paddy Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's true. He hasn't had his full strength team
For a
in-
couple weeks. Yeah, probably
for
since week
over
3 or 4.
6 weeks, probably. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's puzzling.
I wonder, will he be worrying about the rest of his team, or will he be kicking back, thinking,
that
"Boys are back"? Soon.
Yeah.
Like I'm not worrying.
because 5-4 and the divisions are so literally anyone can be in the playoffs or not be in the playoffs. Right now, I'm saying he's gonna make that. He's probably gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah,
It's
he's
fast.
got a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he's still a game behind me and you, though, Michael. After I win this.
Okay.
After Brett Maher scores.
Well, no, by the time
minus 15
chronologically, this would be. Oh, we'll work it out.
Yeah. But I don't know. John, actually, I want to spend a penny for your thoughts.
Okay.
All right.
Well, yeah, I feel like you gotta.
What?
You just skipped John.
Oh,
in
well,
order to read his thoughts.
Are we gonna continue? Oh, I'm gonna spend a penny.
Yeah, go for it. I can just.
Who out of the stringer is making the playoffs? I think you could say anyone. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you can take Sean out. Oh, sorry, out of Stringer. I'm going to kick Connor out just because his points are quite far behind.
And he's a game behind.
And he's got the game behind as well.
4 games left, so he needs to... I mean, he was on a run up until this bye week bonanza.
That's fair,
so he gets all his players back next week, so maybe he goes back on another run.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess realistically he's only 40 behind Richie. And probably... Well, no, Richie will probably end up with a slightly more than this week, but...
He has to play me in week 11.
I play you week 13.
See, everyone's got to
week
play
12.
each other. So
yeah, so
you're
it's
gonna
all...
have...
So if he does go on a 4-game winning streak...
So you're going to have one on the two boys. No, you're going to have one on everyone. And everyone else is 5 and 4?
Connor is 4 and 5.
Yeah, and Connor is 4 and 5.
Yeah, but I also have... first, well, Baz is only, 100 behind. No, it'd be a little bit more. But that's essentially an additional game as well. Because if we all go to the same record, then I'll go through on points.
Yeah.
So,
I've got 2 huge games coming up. I've got Baz and Connor, and that will really decide
a lot of things.
Yeah. Jeez, it is
tough.
tough.
It's so good. I wish everyone in your division was.
I know. Yeah, we'd be fucking on it otherwise then. Because Connor gets a win next week, and it just goes and someone say if Baz beats you or whatever week 11, then it all just keeps going around again.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I'll go Michael Baz Rob in that order.
Ooh, Rob
and
sneaks in.
Richie gets pipped on record, not on points.
So he loses an
He'll
extra
have
game.
more points.
Well, because even
than Rob, but then get pipped on record.
Yeah, because realistically, like I said, like we've seen his team for next week. He will have to do major surgery on that team to make it competitive, and that's if my team.
He's got a tough week against me. I have a fucking great week against him.
In like a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's got
You'd be
a tough
doing
week
us a
coming
big
up
favor.
against
You
me.
could make that prediction come true. Like,
that's true. I guess.
If you can beat Baz next week,
I'm projected that for whatever.
Yeah,
that's worth.
but if you beat Baz next week and I beat Richie,
spicy.
2 games on the division with 3 games left.
It could be my second year in a row knocking Connor out of the playoffs as well. It should be fantastic.
Oh, you gotta get that song ready for.
Shit!
Yeah, 2 weeks. No problem.
Oh yeah, it's good that we have it in advance
walking
now.
off like he shit his pants.
He really did.
All right, Johnson, have you got another pen you want to spend?
There goes that boy, Murray Cooper for Dal.
Here's this minus PAT, boys. It's the witching hour.
This is it.
You need it now. Like it's got to start now.
Peek behind the curtain.
And
Rob is currently 13 points behind.
Three missed PATs and I'll be right back.
We need 3 missed PATs. There's 8 minutes left.
You gotta get this one. And also the Cowboys are 11 points up as well. It's just gonna make it really
7
tough.
minutes, man, I'm telling you.
I hit 160. Good work, mighty.
Very nice.
Rob, a penny for you. Would you like to spend a penny?
What did Baz end up with there? Go down to his scores.
141. Yeah.
Finish above me, the bastard.
Son bitch.
The bastard.
Did I just already ask you about your penny?
Yeah, I don't have another one.
Do I spend a penny now? I don't have one for Connor, but let's find out. Let's look at his team, and I want to find out why Connor is
I've got a
piece of shit.
A halfpenny I want to spend, and just
Alright.
going to see if Connor's happy with his Matt Stafford for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
because he seems to be absolutely throwing bombs every single week.
He's had some good. Bring up the old Matt Staffy points there.
I think he was a really good pickup, and he's just cemented in there.
32 in week 1, couple of quiet weeks.
But since
Minnesota.
34, 27, 27, yeah. It's got the Bears next, then Dallas, then Washington, then the Bears.
Then Minnesota.
It's a mixed bag in terms of...
but he did it also.
He went wild against Minnesota last time, which I mean, their defense is... I mean, the Bears' defense hasn't looked unbeatable like they have in years past.
Every time I've looked up at a Matt Stafford game, though, he's just throwing a massive bomb.
He's looked great. And fucking Kenny Galladay and Marvin Jones are going wild as well.
I have a penny for everyone's thoughts. Mm-hmm. At what stage are you looking at your team's playoff running?
I've been doing it with streams the last while just to see if I can get someone and hold on to them then, because I've been streaming a lot of tight ends and defenses. But what's out there isn't, for defenses anyway, there's nothing great.
Yeah.
That I saw. There's nothing that piqued my interest. Other than, like, I think the Jets got, like, fucking... Or, sorry, the Bills, I think, had the Dolphins and the Jets, but then Martin scooped them up.
Yeah. I don't know, Rob, are you looking at playoff fixtures?
No.
Week 13, 14, 15?
No.
Or 14, 15, 16?
It's something worth taking into account now with the trade deadline coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's very
It's
true.
something for people to look at when you're doing trades. Especially since we still have bye weeks coming up for 2 weeks. So it's a little move you can pull where if you have someone who's got their bye week coming up, trade them for someone who has already had their bye week, and you buy a week off someone as well.
Yeah. That's
Especially if it's a position
savvy-
that
savvy.
you need.
yeah, I remember the fancy footballers guys.
They brought it up a little while ago, and I was like,
that's,
that is very savvy.
yeah. Cause yeah, I don't know. I guess you got to keep an eye because you don't want to be fucking left holding your dick. Week fucking actually look cards on the table. I was looking at mine. My week 14 is kind of tough.
Okay.
Week 15 is a fucking dream.
Oh,
right?
okay,
So I need that bye. I need the bye. Sneak in there. Rest up week 14.
And get into the final.
And then
Okay.
get the hammer out for week 15.
Very
but,
nice, very nice.
and then week 16 is a mixed bag, but you know, whatever.
I'd like to know what
I'll get to
people's
the big
thoughts
dance
on
first.
trade, because I feel like since everyone's team is so close, I feel like a lot of people are probably thinking, if I could pull off one nice little trade,
Yeah.
I could separate myself here a little bit. So I wonder what people's thoughts on a bit of a trade tsunami coming are.
Oh, well, personally, I don't think so. But from my point of view, I'm
you're
my
not gonna
happy
be
with my
taking
squad.
part,
Unless I can do something crazy like an ODB for DJ Moore,
Salvo.
something like that, you know. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep my irons in the poker box.
I feel like there's some trades that would spark other trades.
That's
though,
what, yeah,
more
that's
than
what I
any.
mean. That once
Like
one person makes the move, everyone will kind of be like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
And then like others, like auxiliary trades come out of that.
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
right?
it opens up other
All right,
trades.
right
yeah.
here, right now.
Three-way trade.
Kamara, Gurley, Bell.
Dibs Kamara.
Oh, Dibs Gurley.
But I mean,
I got Bell.
Bell's got an MRI today, so
No, but see, you fall into my trap. This is so I get shawarmas. Because it was the 5 top players won't play on their own team by the end of the season. But yeah, I'm obviously not doing that trade.
It's
But
a great coup for Michael.
I remembered that.
oh wait, I'm
very
not getting
good,
on
very
Gurley.
good.
No. I mean, none of them have even done that
Yeah,
much
I was going to
this
be
year.
like, if you want him that bad, we can work something out. I'm not that attached.
And like Alvin Kamara has had one good game and he's been injured for the rest of the season.
I guess
so.
that if he's going to come back with Drew Brees back, I guess you're expecting him to
Hold
start
on.
dropping points.
Wasn't
now.
one of the monkey paw things that I get to the final, but one of my first or second round players is going to be injured for the whole season? Let's fucking end up doing that the real thing anyway.
No, it was none of your players get injured, and then next year, for the next
Alright,
3
who
years,
was
they got
the...
injured. That was it.
Ah, well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a combination. We'll see. I mean, if you get to the final, we'll see what happens.
I have one more penny for someone's thoughts.
Here we go.
And that is, I have a penny to spend on Coach O'Brien's
Oh,
thoughts.
no.
Piece of shit.
Drunken Irish bastard.
Every year. I remember his interview from a few years ago. I'll see if I can pull the tape up, but
Yeah.
that was grim.
That was...
So I don't
They might
know.
never let us play that one again.
I don't know if head coach O'Brien needs to have a word. Teams are playing better this year, but again, I think that's more head coach or GM O'Brien's doing more than head coach. Give him the tools. So
Exactly.
I don't know. Just I'm interested, like everyone is, to see how he messes it up.
GM O'Brien, like God, does his perfect work through an imperfect vessel, Mike.
Yeah, it's very
And
true.
We must wait and see
Just
what Coach O'Brien can do. Because, I mean, sometimes, you know, the plays that aren't the plays
Harder plays.
are the plays.
Yeah.
Like Richie Delohood. Richie Delohood's been living on that.
Any more pennies to put in the penny box thought
The
machine?
wishing well.
Whatever
The thinking
narrative
well.
structure we used to hold this bit, any more of those?
No.
No?
No.
No, we did it.
We
All
did
right,
it.
good
It was
work,
good.
everyone.
Good bit.
Narrative structure.
With the
Such.
sound bites and such.
Yeah, it'll all come together.
Yeah, I mean,
To all our listeners out there, you guys gotta start sending us in some bits. We are drowning out here.
we're drying up in a big spot.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do one about life jackets next time.
Although I like
we need to start pre-planning
I
them
think
a
we
bit more. I think we're pulling them out.
No,
Life jackets and the momentum thing.
I quite like that one. I like the monkey paw one.
The monkey paw was a good one.
The fucking
Adventure Quest.
Adventure Quest is the
quality.
best.
This
Like,
will keep coming back as well. Penny for it.
yeah, but I like Rashad Penny for your thoughts.
Yeah, that can be a recurring one. All right. Yeah.
And there's some recurring ones from last year that we just haven't got back to doing yet.
Yeah, we definitely.
Some of them
have
are quizzes and shit. I just don't have the time to fucking go and write a bunch of quizzes
Well,
anymore.
yeah, we should get an interactive one soon. We'll put up a Dris Bowl quiz
Yeah,
for
yeah.
live a live one. There you go. Oh, that's a great chat.
So that's the thing of it. Week 10 or whatever, week 9. Week 10 is
We're
coming
actually
up.
wrapping this up just as the game is pretty
Yeah.
much wrapped up as well.
So breaking news. Rob's gonna lose.
No, not entirely.
But also, if I'm not mistaken, we already know this in the podcast narrative structure.
Well, I don't know it in any structure because I never lose.
Well, by the time people hear this conversation, they would have already heard the breakdown
would
of the
have heard.
matchup.
Richie breaking down in tears with the news of me winning.
Alright, stat correction.
14 tackles for a loss or
Alright, and on that note, we're gonna leave it there and say goodbye. And bye, everyone. Woo! Week 10. Let's go.
Week 10.